powerful.
Yeah, the part of the thing is, to be honest, is that it's like, at least on U.S. servers, there's like just Vanguards that plays at high ratings as red. So it's hard to really know what is good if Vanguards isn't playing it. Anyway, the bans, oh my god, they're just locking them in one after the other instantly. There's no hesitation on any of these Pixar bans. It is going to be Ellie banned, and then Feral banned. We're going to have DK and Rhett coming out first. It's going to be Mage and BM Hunter banned, and it's going to be a Rogue. Rhett Rogue now going to be the pick here. So it's going to be PhD once again. Actually, it could be Feral, but no, it can't. It's going to be PhD. It's going to be PhD versus Rhett Rogue Priest. Huh. Rhett Rogue Priest is not something I've seen or fought against in a long time. So
They really like their rep play,
yeah,
and I think I do too.
I have not seen this in a long time, so I can't really predict. But I mean, I think that, to be honest with you, a Marks Hunter is relatively susceptible to being killed by a team like this. You know, without BM to break those extra stuns and everything. And I also think that the DK, if he gets caught in Unholy Presence, could really go down very fast.
Yeah. Well, you know, rogues they're not terribly strong right now, but they do have very scary bursts when it comes to Shadow Blades, Shadow Dance, and you know they have a lot of CC too in the form of blinding and sapping and cheap shotting. And you know, if there's a rogue like Sam Eggs yesterday, he managed to get a sap off of. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a scatter shot or something, and then he smoke bombed, and then he got the sap.
I think it was just a kidney. I don't know if it was a kidney, but it was some sort of stun, some sort of start stun. Yeah, maybe it was a scatter and then smoke bomb, so the person couldn't get back in combat. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, you know, if you can have something like that, that's going to be really good for your team, and that can easily secure the win right there.
Yeah, it definitely can. I mean, that was a really nice play. You know, I did mention briefly just for people at home and stuff who, if that ever happens to you, the way to get in combat is you actually buff. The priest, you know, he tried to run into the smoke bomb and heal, and that's actually what the rogue wants you to do. That's how they get the sap off on you. So the actual way to prevent that is you just have macros that buff yourself, because they buff your whole team anyway. And so if you're a paladin, you're blessing a might, whatever, that buffs the player that's in combat. So the priest just had to hit fort, and he would have gotten in combat off of his teammate, and that wouldn't have been able to happen. But still, you know, it's sometimes hard to think of that stuff on the fly, and that was a really nice play.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to have this PhD once again. They really like running PhD. I believe he said they're the highest PhD in the world.
I think. I mean, they're 27 something. There's like how many teams are really 2,700?
Yeah.
There's been one team the whole season that hit 2,700 on BG9, and I think the EU ratings are higher, but I think C2 was like his team got 2,700 right at the start. It was like before people started team hopping, and MMR got kind of tanked a bit.
What was he running?
I forget. Maybe like FPS or something. I can't even remember.
No doubt, C2 needs Feral to carry him. That's
yeah.
I hate
All right.
you.
Well, gates opened, so we can hop on in, and we can get it going. This is going to be the first game of the second best of 3, and we already had, you know, the Rhett coming out once again here for Cyclone with love, and you know, showcasing some different stuff, which is always the fun part of this tournament. And to me, you know, the last series was really very, very exciting. So I think these are more the kind of games that we're looking for, and it'll be interesting to see how second place does. I'm really excited about that, and to see what people are going to be banning out against them, you know, how well they've thought out their picks and bans, because I think that, you know, against a team like second place, if you don't do your picks and bans very well, you are going to be screwed.
Yes.
There's going to be no second chance. Like yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. You always want to be very careful with that. Why isn't my friend showing up on my frames?
Yeah. I just think that they're good enough that it's like, if you give up a best of 3 for free, you're not going to win 2 in a row against them, or at least it's going to be very difficult to do unless you can get very favorable picks. So it should be interesting. Anyway, we are going to have this game starting up here for you momentarily as soon as the last commentator is killed off. Should be a good one. I really have no clue how this one's going to go. You know, I underestimated the Rhett last time, and next time, well, this time around, I don't know if I really want to do that. Obviously, it is different comp. You know, there's a rogue instead of a mage, so it's going to be quite different. But they obviously are still going to have some very powerful bursts. They're going to have a lot of CC breaks and things like that, so it will be very interesting. I'm surprised to see that the rogue's using mind numbing. Do you think that's a giveaway that they're going to go on the priest?
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe. Wow. Look at your eyes, dude. You're crazy. You're a crazy guy.
Well,
We're gonna find out. There's only 2 seconds remaining. I mean, you can also use it to like just get mind numbing on someone and then
of course.
swap off. So you never know. Maybe they'll do the strat where they have the ret open really hard on something and the rogue just controls something else. I wouldn't be terribly shocked to see that. There's a sap onto Zyrean with a cheap shot onto Johnny. MDR wrote on him as well. Ret is popping everything. Really nice
the hunter, man. Oh my god, look, the hunter having to deter instantly, and he went to 40% anyway. He deterred it like full. I don't even know how that happened, but anyway, there's a scatter on Chaz. PS comes out on Mystic. Johnny is low. Zyrean is blinded. Chaz is in a cheap shot. Chaz can go down here. Garks, rather. I don't know why I'm calling him Chaz. Garks is taking a ton of damage there. There's the Hodge onto Zyrean. 25% HP. He needs to use a second deter. He does at 8%, but the bleeds are still ticking. There's a smoke bomb down. Zyrean needs to get in there, but he's not going to be able to. The blind comes out. 3% HP. Something has got to come in, and he just what happened? Did he leave or did he die?
They called DC pretty early, and I'm looking. It was right before 45 seconds.
Okay.
So I'm not entirely sure what the disconnect timer is for this tournament, if it's 45 or 30, but that was before 45.
Who DC'd?
I don't know. I'd assume Zyrean because the other 2 left.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There's already drama. All
right. Well, anyway, I think honestly we're just not even gonna talk about it, and I'm not gonna even address anything until I get a final confirmation from an admin. So we're not even going to speculate. We're just going to wait, and when we're told, we will tell you, and that is going to be it. So, Jim tweets, I heard Warlocks are going to be getting double Demon Soul. What do you think about that? Is that a thing, Conrad?
With Archimonde's Vengeance, they're deciding not to make it where you take damage and you get extra spell power, and I think that's a good thing because that's basically going to make Archimonde's Vengeance 100% the best ability in... Well,
oh
probably
my god, it gives Demon Soul 2 charges?
Yeah, Demon Soul's going to have 2 charges. That's going to be excellent for PvP.
That's so OP.
And for PvE, it's going to depend on the fight. If you're playing Demonology, you're not going to have to run while casting too much anyway because Fell Flame is a good filler, as well as your Touch of Chaos when you're actually inside a demon form. So I feel like that's going to be very strong on PvE. In PvP, if you're playing Affliction, a lot of Warlock plays rolling off on that Affliction burst with the Dark Soul initially and continuing on with that. So if you just have 2 of those, that's insane. Especially if it's a charge thing. If it's actually a charge thing where it's, okay, here's Dark Soul, and now here's Dark Soul again.
That's what it sounds like to me. That's crazy.
It also means that you can have, if imps come back up pretty early, you can Dark Soul imps once again before.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's pretty wild. Anyway, I guess we'll find out what happens with that. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me if that didn't get through PTR. But I mean, I guess at the same time, it's like after you're gonna basically get to use 2 Demon Souls once at the start of the game, and then you're never gonna get to again because if it works with one of them cooldown, use the cooldown at a time. You're gonna Demon Soul twice probably at the start, and then as soon as one's off like cooldown, you're gonna use it again, and then it's like the second one's never gonna cool down. You're never gonna get to use 2 again for the rest of the game. So I mean, I guess it's like you get 2 Demon Souls at the start, at least in PvP, and then you're never gonna do it again. So still seems really good, but maybe not as crazy as I'm thinking it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Blizzard has no idea what they want to do for the Warlock final tier talents. To be completely honest, because
they're all terrible.
Well, they're all terrible in the form that they're all insanely good. Like for PvE, for PvP, I guess
for
they
PvP,
kind of
they're all going to be bad, like really bad. Because I mean, it's like, well, the runcast Malefic Grasp after 40% damage reduction on Malefic Grasp is like useless. Like that just isn't even a thing to me. I'd rather run and spam Fellflame probably, and that with the Fellflame buff. And then the AoE talent is not a thing at all for PvP. So Archon's Vengeance was the only talent anyway. And it was obviously just going to depend on how they did the scaling with the spell power for that. But the double Demon Soul thing sounds really interesting. But we'll have to see how everything is balanced out. And I mean, I guess I do have to keep in mind that there are some pretty huge nerfs that did come out. So anyway, we'll find out how everything works out.
Well, for this patch anyway, for PvE specifically, with Kill Jaden's Cunning, the one, for those of you that don't know which one that is, it's the one where you can run while casting. Like, that's a requirement for Affliction. If you don't have that, your DPS drops insanely low, and there's no point in even having you in the fight because a Death Knight can outdamage you. Death Knights are awful, by the way. Or you can spec Manoros Fury as like a Demonology Warlock, and there are certain fights where you actually just hit everything thanks to Manoros Fury. So those two talents are completely game-breaking, game-changing, and that's why they're nerfing it. But I don't like how they're nerfing it. Like, having Manoros Fury be a cooldown, Warlocks have so many cooldowns anyway. Please don't make that a thing. And then Kill Jaden's Cunning, the run while casting, it's going to turn into a joke. So,
Yeah.
Archimonde's Venice is going to be OP. Guarantee.
We'll have to find out. So, all right. Got a tweet here from iWatchSP. Says, guess my real life name. I'm going with Ralph.
Damn it.
You'll have to tweet and say, do you prefer spoons or forks for general use? I need to know. Tweets Bada Bing. Forks are definitely good, but the thing, I go with spoons because you can still kind of like cut through things with spoons. You just have to push harder, and you can't really eat like soups and like, you know, like cereal and yogurt and stuff with a fork. I mean, you can, but let's be honest, it's not that good. I use spoons more than any other utensil by far.
I like spoons if I'm with a cutie. And I like being the little spoon.
Okay. It's just like a comfort thing. It's just safe.
Yeah. I like feeling safe.
Okay.
I also like just knowing that there's someone behind me.
Yeah, okay. You just like someone just kind of in position behind you at all times.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. Thanks, thanks for sharing that, Conrad. Appreciate that. So, you know, I mean, learning something about Conrad every day. Got another tweet here. Oh, let's see. Totally thought this wasn't starting until 18:30. Hope I haven't missed any games. Missed a couple, but not too many, so don't you worry. And yeah, I got a tweet with the Armory for everybody that lives Zyrean. They are 27-34, and their fives team is over 2,800, which is pretty wild. Got a tweet here from Tabby. Says, glad you two are casting this weekend. Great job keeping us entertained when things are slow. Keep it up. Jim tweets, I heard walks are... Oh, no, that's the one I already read. Zessel tweets, more love for the red power.
Man, no one's tweeting me.
Oh, you know what, Conrad?
Hmm.
Just wait 1 second.
You're gonna tweet at me?
No.
I hear you typing a tweet to me.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Check your tweets. So we got a tweet here. It says, rogue set bonus makes mind of me apply crippling poison as well. Okay, yeah.
I favorited it and retweeted it. And now there's an orange and a green thing at the top right of the tweet.
Nice.
I don't know how to go to retweets that I favorited.
Neither do I. I have a favorite of like 2 things ever. George tweets, great job commentating this weekend despite all the bullshit that's going on. Edward tweets, I arrived when you finished talking about a new team joining the tourney. Can you talk about it again? Mpoike's team has forfeited their spot in the tournament. Their mage can't play or something like that. And so basically, and guys, stop whispering me. I'm just gonna turn off my whispers. It's just rude, honestly. Just like whispering me as a way to get your shit on stream. So
yeah, it's a bit of an attention
disabling
whore
everything.
thing.
Yeah,
You know, it's like, hey, what I have to say is more important than what other people are saying in the chat. It's like, no. If you're not a tournament official, if you're not a tournament admin, then what you have to say doesn't matter. What the team has to say, that matters a bit. We have to say doesn't matter at all, really. It's all on the head admins. What you have to say, it does not matter.
Yep. Well said, Conrad. So anyway, we're still just waiting on what's going to happen, but in the meantime, we'll tell you guys as soon as we do know. So everything has been, I'm not going to be able to see anyone's whispers anymore, so that's what it's going to be. We do have, anyway, okay, man, Poike's team's dropping out. Their mage can't play or something with their mage to the point where there's a problem, or I don't know exactly what it is, but anyway, he can't play. So they are not going to continue the tournament. They didn't want to try to find someone else and continue playing because they felt like they would have a worse team. They didn't want to play if they weren't going to be at their best, basically. So the deal is There's a new team that's going to be replacing them. All the teams in their division have given 2 points as if they already beat that team, and the new team is starting at 0 points. They're not taking over Moonpoke's 2 points that they had already earned. So basically, the team is starting 2 weeks behind everyone, 2 wins behind everyone. So I think it's pretty fair, and no real advantage to a new team joining with that.
What was it? Oh yeah. What do you think about affliction changes? Stronger dots and weaker malefic grasp for both PvE and PvP. For PvE, they're probably balancing it in a way that will not affect single target at all. And for PvP, it's going to make Warlocks very, very strong. I actually think Warlocks are probably going to be OP, if I had to guess. But what's new, right, guys? Right? Warlocks and Cat are so OP. Warlocks and Rylez are so OP. Warlocks and PvP is so OP. Fuck you all. Hello, Isaac? Are you there, buddy?
Yep. Okay, so gates are going to be opening here in a couple minutes, and I think it's just 1-0, right? Yeah, it's just 1-0 from Cyclone with Love. So I think we're just continuing on. There's no replay or anything like that. And just to be clear, guys, everybody of Zyrean isn't even asking for a replay, I don't think. So they're not complaining, so it's fine. And we are going to just continue forward here. And it is going to be that 1-0 start for from Cyclone with Love. Fang got that kill last game, and yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Please don't take that one seriously. Some of you guys just get really upset over the tiniest things. Just make sure you stick around to the end of the stream for an announcement from me, if you're interested.
Alright, so Arena League just going to be killed off here. He is the last guy up, and then we can get this started. It is going to be from Cyclone with Love playing that Ret Rogue Priest going up against Everybody Loves Zyrean. That is the PhD. And they haven't played this so far for like 100% of their games, it seems like, at least this week. I can't remember if they played it last week too, but I imagine they would have. Actually, no, I think Wild Druid played a little bit, so they played Feral. So it seems like if Feral gets banned, they get this. They get to play PhD 100% of the time. So anyway, countdown has begun. There are 20 seconds remaining until we do get this going. We're going to find out exactly what is going to happen. 15 seconds coming in here. And then we are going to be able to find out, is From Cyclone with Love going to be able to take this series? If they win here in this one game, then the whole thing is over. Because they already took that first series, they already took the first best of 3, and they already have 1-0 in the second best of 3 here. So there is that team stealth going down. What are they going to open up on here, you think, Conrad? We do have the DK in that Unholy Presence, so he is going to be susceptible. We do see Zyrean is in the background there. Rizzy is going to kind of just come in here. He's going to pop Blades and Dance immediately. He wants to go hard onto Zyrean. Zyrean behind the pillar. His teammates are not there to help him out. The PS goes up immediately. I don't even think that's going to be nearly enough. He's going to sit through that. He catches a freedom now. He's trying to get out of there, but I mean, he is taking huge damage. Mystic at the same time is taking a lot of damage himself. Garx now is being swapped to. Garx at 50% HP. There's a life grip there coming in from Zyrean. Full blind onto Zyrean. He's going to trinket that, so holding that trinket was a good idea. Garx now in some trouble. He's going to get cheap shot on his trinket. Zyrean is. He pops the inner focus. He's spamming with those flash shields. He is going to be able to top off Garx, it looks like, but he is still low, and Zyrean's going to have to bubble at 17% because the MD comes in. It does not look like it's going to be able to.
Yeah, and there's an asphyxiate onto Chaz, still unable to pick up Mystic, but Rizzy dipping low as well, down at 25%. Does he have cheap death, or what defensive cooldown is he going to have available? He's spamming Feint, so I would assume that he has that ability instead. Mystic down to 42% though, no bubble available. He can bob his Rogue if he needs to, but will that come in? There's a life swap from Chaz onto Mystic X. Rizzy's still low on health too. Mystic X down to 70%. There's a big fear going out onto both DPS. Chaz at 28%. Can I swap over onto him? It looks like this is heavily in favor of the PhD at this point. Mystic X going to go down possibly 25%, up from 3%. There's the asphyxiate onto that flash of light. Oh my goodness, a bob does go out. But who is it on? It is on Chaz to get him out of that asphyxiate. Nice job there.
Yeah, really good bop, actually. And I mean, I think they are going to stabilize here for a little bit, but look at the mana. The mana really becoming a huge issue here, and even if they do catch up here, but there's the dance. This is their last chance, probably. They're going to go for an all-in onto Zyrean. Zyrean in the cheap shot. There's a full growth off that. This could be trouble. The Wyvern Sting comes out, and Rizzy may go down. Yeah, Rizzy does fall, but can they finish off Zyrean? Zyrean at 3%. Zyrean goes down. It's a 2v2. Will they be able to finish this off? Mystic and Cass have got to do it. Garx is going to be the target here. Garx trinketing immediately. They want to get the CC out. Remember, Mystic has no bubble. There's a Wyvern Sting on a Chaz. The Bob comes back up. There was no debuff now onto Mystic, so he's going to be able to bump off his Necro Strikes, I do believe, which is absolutely huge, allowing Chaz to be able to top him back off, but it gets, oh my god, it got Trank Shot off, and he just got erased at the end there. I'm not sure what hit him, if that was a Soul Reaper or what, but it's going to be Everybody Loves Zyrean taking a wild game.
You know, he was actually spamming Trank Shot before the Bob actually hit. He wanted to make sure he got it instantly. What a fantastic game, fantastic play from actually every single member of the team. Yeah,
I think it was.
They both did a great job.
That was just a good ass game, man.
That was exciting.
Yeah, that was sick. That was just a really well played game on both sides. Honestly, it looked like the Ret Rogue Priest was just going to be dead pretty early on there. But you know, an intelligent life swap came out. You know, knowing he wasn't going to be able to heal through the Necros before his Ret went down, so he did it early. He didn't wait too long. So that was a really good life swap. And then they were able to stabilize a little bit. You know, Bob came out on Asphyxiate. That gave him a little bit of a chance, and then they were able to get that swap over onto the Priest, and that kind of last minute all-in swap actually worked. So that was really well played from both sides.
Yes, indeed. Let's see what this team's going to be able to do now. Is that 1-1?
Yeah, it's 1-1.
It's 1-1, okay.
And I mean, that was a must-win for Everybody Loves Zyrean. If they wanted to stay alive in the series, they had to win that. It came down to a 2v2, and they were able to stay composed and take it. I mean, I think if that game went even 5 seconds longer, I think that from Cyclone with Love wins it 10 times out of 10, because you know Garx had no trinket, any sort of fear or Hodge or anything coming out would have meant they would have been able to top, and then that would have been game with you know a hybrid plus a healer. I don't think the DK Hunter would have been able to have any chance to kill them.
Yeah. What is this 1-2-3 about?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna time it all out, man. I'm just gonna snipe it all. It's all being sniped. I got them all. I got them. Oh, I'm getting so many people. This is great.
All right. Well, gates are opening in 30 seconds. Have a ton more tweets. Starts with an S, ends with an N. It's probably Sean then, I'm guessing.
Steven, come on!
Oh. Sean's a good guess too.
No.
Why not? Jordan James tweets
I would
me.
bet you,
You're my favorite commentator of all time. XOXOXO.
How about we make a bet? I'll bet you $30 his name's Steven.
Do you know it's Steven? No, don't put it in sub-only mode, guys. Let them spam. Who cares?
Do you want to bet $30 or no?
Not really. I'm not in a betting mood.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Right
either,
now.
considering how wrong you are about everything. Nice job waking up on time, idiot.
We got a tweet from Elbreth to all the North American players playing in the tournament. He says, "Good luck to all the NA guys. The Bleached Bones tourney." That's nice of you. Got a tweet here from Joachim. He says, "It would be great if you could cut to a clip of Yoni jogging in between matches." I don't know if Yoni's in the chat, but maybe she can hook us up. I was not really expecting the tweet to end that way at all. Gates have open, we can zone on in. Thanks to the tweet, Joachim. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We got some more Alexander tweets. I've been sick for 5 days now. Sitting in my toilet with the laptop watching a tourney. Great commentating. I'm sorry you're sick, man. Feel better, but I like the dedication with the laptop.
Yes. Me too. We've all been there, man. It sucks. Best thing you can do is just drink lots of water. And smile.
Yeah.
Smiling helps with everything.
Laughter is the best medicine, so turning into Conrad NAO every day is what the doctor recommends.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, you. All right.
The guy.
Yeah, okay, so the countdown's going. We're going to find out how is this going to end. Will Everybody Loves Zyrean take the match, force the final best of 3, or will Rizzy, Mystic, and Cass, or Chas, whatever, finish it off here for their team? We're going to find out. DK popping forward here, just misses. Oh, he actually got the Priest with the tail end of that Death and Decay, so they're not going to be able to get that sap, unfortunately, for them. Good start now for this PhD. There's the blades. There's the dance going out onto the DK. He's already in blood presence though. The Hodge comes out on Zyrean. What are they going to do off it? There's the blind off the Hodge. They did get that trinket. Now he's going to be very susceptible to the swap. They didn't even get the trinket last game and they killed him with that second swap. There's the PS. Bubble has to come out anyway. Asphyxiate goes out onto Rizzy. Rizzy going to be in some trouble here. When is the swap going to come out on Zyrean? That's what we're waiting for. Zyrean going to be step kick. They're just going to continue going on Johnny. Johnny could be in some trouble here. Rizzy going to pop his evasion. He's in some trouble as well. He catches the freedom. Necro not able to be stacked just yet. There's the kidney shot going down. Smoke bomb comes out as well. Desecrated ground goes down there for Johnny. Johnny getting out. We do have that Hodge now onto Zyrean. Will there be any CC off of it? Looks like the full fear comes in. Johnny's going to get PS. Petsack comes out. Lichborn heals being popped. Aura Mastery out there as well. Shield wall for Mystic. The life swap comes in just in time for Chas, but will they swap off that? They're going for the trap. Instead, it actually lands. He was stacked, but he was unable to get it. The sacrifice comes out to break that. Scattershot comes in. Now Johnny in a lot of trouble here. Johnny's at 20% HP. Do they have any CC for Zyrean? Doesn't look like it. Zyrean is DC'd. And Johnny's going to go down. And this is really not the best way for the series to end.
Yeah, that was after 45 seconds, so.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
Well, I think it's going to be from Cyclone with Love. I think they're going to get the W, so.
Yeah, me too. This team is having quite a few issues.
Yeah.
I don't really know. We'll let you guys know as we get updated.
Anyway,
So-
guys, in the meantime, yeah, we're not even going to dwell on it. We're just going to keep moving on. If you have any tweets for us, just you can tweet to us at EG and at Conrad NAO. And as soon as we get any info, you guys will get the info as well. In the meantime, as I said, we're just not even going to talk about it. So I think that's the best way to handle it for now. We did get a tweet here. It says, Conrad is correct. My name is Steven. You knew.
Yep, I knew.
Yeah.
I called him Steven earlier today. I said Steven said hi. You just don't know. You just don't care. You don't care about anyone but
Oh.
yourself. You wake up late. There are 4,000 people waiting on you. You just care about you and George right now.
Ooh. So there are some pally changes here, and I was getting asked about those, if those are going to help Holy. Divine Plea no longer... wow, it doesn't no longer reduces the amount of healing done. That's a pretty powerful change, man.
I think it's a good change, though. No other
Yeah.
mana back.
No, I think it is a
ability.
good change, yeah.
Like, it requires them to do less healing. I don't really understand that. So I think it's good that they changed that.
Wow, the Guardian change is pretty cray too. Guardian just lasts 15 seconds period,
Hmm.
so you can do as many heals as you want. Holy Insight buffing the other things as well. Yeah, those are pretty powerful changes for Holy Paladins, so I think they're going to be a lot stronger with those actually. So the tweet was just asking if I thought the new Holy Paladin buffs will make them viable again, or if they're still not going to be very good. I think those changes are actually really big, so I definitely could see that being massive. I mean, I think the Holy Insight change might actually be... Wait, is that getting removed? I'm not sure. Does red mean it's new, or red mean it's removed?
On that list, red means new,
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah. So.
and a line through it means removed.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, 35% buff on Word of Glory, Lighted On, and
What?
Eternal Flame.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Holy Paladin's going to be OP for PvE, actually.
Yeah, that sounds like a bit much. Well,
Like
it's Holy Insight increases that. What's
We actually just started gearing out our Holy Paladin's Resto Druid because Holy Paladins are going to suck next patch, but that change is probably going to change everything.
Yeah, that seems like a bit much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
A
we'll
bit
see.
much? Wait,
A
are you
lot
saying
much.
that Blizzard thought something was bad and they overbuffed it?
That's never happened.
That's
Um,
never happened.
never.
Definitely not every patch with every single thing in the entire history of World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Someone said I'm the best commentator EU. Thank you. I'm US, so I don't know if that's even a real compliment. But I appreciate it, Matthias. Tell me something that you learned this week, says Kevin. Kevin, you tweeted me a lot. I like you, Kevin. Something I learned this week. I learned a lot. I don't know how much I can say, though. I learned that